stresses you might have in my absence. They've been talking about, can I do some part-time work? And they came back and said, all fine, we've got it covered.
Absolutely. And probably, wanting to keep her head in the game a bit as well. And doing all that she needed to do. So
there was communication, there was cooperation.
Absolutely, and that was all going fairly well until she then received a phone call a couple of months later, and her manager said, look, I need to talk to you urgently about some change. And if you'll recall, before you went on parental leave, we were looking at ways that we could make our business more efficient. Wasn't restructuring or anything like that, but we were asked to come up with some initiatives, and it's got to the stage now, Catherine, that we actually think we need to look at your position as one that we potentially can do away with. So
this was on a phone call?
This was in a phone call, so of course you can imagine the procedural glitches that the employment lawyers out there are, stop, no opportunity for advice, no notice of this, and of course she was worried, texted her husband and said, I think I've been made redundant here. And I guess the end point of that conversation was, look, this is what we're thinking and this is why. You've been away, I've had the chap come up from the South Island and he's been able to manage your role and his portfolio as well. I've been able to absorb some of your duties as well. We just don't think we need your position.
So, sorry, they were explicit in saying it is because you've been away and we've done things differently that we now are intending to continue doing things differently because we think it's a better way of doing it.
Absolutely. In a very tactful manner, but absolutely. So of course she's sort of having a mini heart attack, probably baby on her arm on the other side of the phone, and takes this all in, and then essentially said, look, the manager says, well, look, we'll have a meeting in a week's time at a cafe. And the manager went out to see her at a cafe without any support from the HR person. The manager said, I know how to do this and we're friends. And essentially confirmed then and there that her role had been able to be subsumed into all of the others that were caretaking their positions, and that was going to be a great way to save some money. So skip to personal grievance, which ultimately came in. And at that point, I think her lawyers argued that not only was this looking like an unjustified dismissal on the basis of the redundancy requirements that we just talked through, no information, no procedural fairness, actually no justification for the cost saving.
And no ability to come back and, say...
No consultation, absolutely. Not only did all of that occur, but the employer breached its obligations under the Parental Leave and Employment Protection Act, and that obviously guaranteed her this position and return to the position for the period that the Act talks about.
Can we pause right there? Was the fundamental mistake that even if they think they worked out a way it could work better in the future, you can't undertake a restructuring process that is linked to a